Welcome back, class, to another live stream. Today we're not doing Animation Collab, the series that we've been kind of treading along on for the past year. It's the collaboration with Andy from Attack, Detect, Defend, and I was only able to say that correctly because I just said it wrong when you couldn't hear me, so yay for me. Today we're going to do a special project, and that is in collaboration with Albert, who's in the chat right now. So yay, thanks for joining. I'm going to do a sort of loading type screen for a little video that the Beards, as we call them in our little community, have produced, and that video will be launching next week, and I'm going to do a little animation for that video. And it's a strange one. It's a screen for which I'm going to animate the graphics, and the screen is 4.5 times 5.5 centimeters. So I've converted it to pixels, and I've actually made that much larger, just because zooming into that kind of a size, I would be animating everything pixelated. So I've actually prepared a screen that is, let me just move this. I have a little post-it note on my screen to start recording the stream, because I forgot that the last two streams. So now I'm prepared. So currently we're at 1800 times 2200 pixels, which is the same aspect ratio as 4.5 times 5.5 centimeters, but it's much larger. So Albert, you're gonna have to scale that down, but just for ease of animation, I made it much larger. That way it can also be used as just a showcase. If I decide to render it out, post it out to social media, whatever, I can actually use that. And the original size is, I think, 180 pixels times 220 pixels. So that's tiny. Okay, so I've prepared two things here because we have a very short creative brief. It is, oh, sorry, I was not showing you the thing that I was talking about. My god, it has been a while since I've been streaming. Okay. I'm not in the game at all. Anyway, this is the screen that I was talking about. It has the same aspect ratio as the tiny screen. It will look like this, the tiny screen. I'll just show you. So my animation is going to be shown on this little screen here. So things that will be shown there need to be relatively large. So this is what I've prepared, and I think I need to go a little bit larger. And if you're wondering what this is and what this is supposed to be, well, it's a type field essentially, and it has to do with the branding of this project. So we have a creative brief. It is in German, but I will just quickly tell you what this is supposed to do. So we want a type field to type in Jenny's name. Jenny is the protagonist of this little video production. Then a bunch of photos of Jenny are going to be 3D scanned to, oh right, they will be scanned, photos will be scanned to generate a 3D version of her face. Then these photos should pop up and be collected somehow. I think we're gonna create a little sort of folder illustration where the images are going to be collected into. Then maybe a short text, what is saying, like collecting images of target, analyzing facial nose, generating mesh, starting print, something like that. Then a progress bar, and that's about it. I think we can utilize this as the progress bar, since it's like, you know, it's part of the branding. So we've got, yeah, You're learning no, you learned German at school. Did you? Let me I've got a new screen. Look at that. I can bring the chat into view so I don't have to keep like reading out the chat. Before I had the chat permanently on screen, but as you can see, it takes up quite a lot of real estate. So now I've set up a chat disappearing and appearing for the live stream. Look at me, streamer girl. God, this is so weird. I feel so weird being like, yeah, all right. Anyway, so Messick says, trying to read this prompt is a good challenge for my high school German knowledge. I know, fancy, right? So anytime you're communicating with me, I can now put the chat on screen. We can chat, and then I can put the chat away during work time and have more real estate on screen. So nice. All right. The only problem is if I haven't previously clicked on OBS to do the shortcut, Illustrator After Effects will recognize the shortcut, so I'll always have to like make sure nothing broke in Illustrator After Effects when I use the OBS shortcut. I mean, I guess I could make the shortcut something different, like use the F keys or something like that, but yeah. I don't know. Also, I have a feeling that my audio is a little low. I'm just gonna double check because every time I start recording, even though I already checked it before, somehow the audio levels reset. But this time they are fine, so we're good. Okay. Right. We've got the name field. I think this should be big enough. Let's have a look at this image. You know what? I'm actually going to bring this image in here. So I think that's Control Shift Alt. Also, I just used an OBS shortcut apparently, so that's fun. Yeah, no, the shortcuts on OBS, so just to bring this back so we can see your message, the shortcuts on OBS are global, so I don't have to click on OBS. They work, but they also trigger whatever the shortcut is in the program I'm working on. So it's like it triggers two things at the same time, and sometimes it breaks something in the program I'm working on. So that's the issue. You see, like this pops up when I use Control Alt L. Like I didn't like click anywhere, but it triggers the shortcut both in OBS and in Illustrator, so that's fun. But usually, let me see something. So this is the shortcut to bring the chat on. Nothing happened in Illustrator. This is the chat. This is the shortcut to remove the chat from screen. So I have to have OBS activated, so clicked on the window for it not to trigger the shortcut in Illustrator. So yeah, interesting problem indeed. Okay, so we want to bring this back. I think it's Control Shift P. Yes, it's Control Shift P to place, which means I'm going to have to navigate to here, and I think I saved it in resources. I don't usually link from folders that are not directly... Yeah, I'm just gonna delete it out. Yeah, right. Okay, so this is the size of it approximately, which means if we look at this, how can I make it look like that size? I don't know. Let's say it's probably about this size. Let's see. Oops. What if I make this screen? How can I approximate the size? Ah, yeah, okay. This is probably the best way to approximate the size. Okay, I'm gonna add a reference layer down here. Yeah, so if I zoom out, it needs to approximately fit onto here. I'm gonna use the scale shortcut so I can scale from that point rather than from the edge. But I don't know if, Albert, you gave me the wrong dimensions, but the screen doesn't quite fit into the 4x5 by 5x5, but I'll let you figure that out. Going but by what you supplied me with. Okay, so this is approximately the size. I think I'm gonna have the background be white so that we can see the screen. Yes, do ask, Robert. Maybe that's gonna have to be a slightly, but that's not gonna be an issue because, you know, I can just adjust it later. It's not like we have a filling the screen type of design. We can adjust that. That's fine. So it's going to be about approximately this size, but with a white background. I think white is going to be better than black, even though on these types of screens you would probably have like a DOS look, like an old school display with like a black background and sort of green text, like, you know, really old school. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to modernize it just so it stands out a little bit more. So let's go with a white background and black text. And I might even add some of the background colors that our graphic designer produced. Let's see, I'll think about it. But okay, so this is about a good size. If you zoomed out like this, you can see the instruction name, you can see the field. And there's something I'd like to do with the letters. I would like them to sort of pop up and rapidly like become like bigger, smaller until they settle down into the word, and also like change the letters. Let's see if we can do that with the type, what is it? The type animation. Yeah, the character animator. I don't know what it's called, but let's try and do that. The line can just do a trim path animation to come in. Let's make sure that this is in the center. Actually, only the line should be in the center of this, and the name should be aligned with the right. It's somehow, it doesn't want to do that. Oops, no. Align to selection. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Why don't you want to do what I want to do? Yes, there we go. Now I've highlighted it. I hate when it does this. It's like it's got a little, I don't know, I guess it's part of the leading. I don't know. It has a little gap here. You see that? This little gap. I hate that. But I'm not going to manually move that. It's not that visible in this design. Okay, so anyway, back to the creative brief. We've got a type field. We need the images to pop up. I think it's fine if they just pop up like one after the other really quickly, and they need to come into a little folder. Now, normally what I do also, you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna center this in case it wasn't already centered, but I think it actually was. Yeah, it actually was centered, so let's leave it where it was. Normally what I would do, I would use a stock illustration. I usually use Undraw, and also if you don't know what Undraw is, I will introduce you to Undraw. It's an amazing website with free illustrations in the same style, so to speak, and they are free to use even commercially. They are more or less always in the same style. The characters are not made to be animated. The layout is more for like UX, UI to use on websites. But this is my favorite place to go for very simple animations. And usually I would go here to get something like a phone or a folder or some sort of thing. But you know what? A folder is relatively easy to make. Let's just make it ourselves for a change. So, and we have a layer. We can turn these other two layers off. Not this one. And let's make a rounded rectangle. So I'm hold clicking on this and I'm choosing rounded rectangle tool. And no, we don't want a square, we want something like this. And because it's a rounded rectangle, I can now also make the corners rounder, which I will do. They are not getting rounder. Are they getting rounder? Ah, yeah. Okay, very slowly. So I want them to be pretty round. Cancel. And I want this to be an outline, and let's make the outline thick, like 10, 20? Yeah, 20. Let's work with outlines so we kind of follow this design, and maybe we'll go for the same amount of thickness. Let's see what that looks like if we do that. Okay, so the exact measurement is 4.4 times 5.8 centimeters. Let's see. Yeah, maybe the photo is different, but I did set it up at 5.5, so it should actually be 5.8. That's fine. So I'm just gonna create a new artboard. And let's change this to centimeters. And we're gonna make this artboard 4.4 times 5.8. I'm gonna lock this. I'm gonna switch this back to pixels, and then this is essentially what I did earlier. I scrolled until I got both width and height to be full pixel sizes, and then I just added a 0. So we have a bigger size, but actually I think I went double on this. Let's see how much higher we need to get the next closest size. Should be somewhere around here. There we go. That's the next closest size. So it's 1650 by 2175. And I'm gonna keep this one. It's 1650 by, what was it? I already forgot. 2175. So 2175. Now that should be the exact size. Cool. Now we don't need this artboard anymore. And we can align everything to be in the center. Yay. And now the name needs to be next to this. Nope. Sometimes it doesn't do the key highlight. I'm not sure why. Is it because I'm too far away? I don't know. Come on. There we go. If you see the thick line, it's just a little bit hard to see, but it becomes like thick. The outline of the second object that you double clicked becomes thick. It becomes the key object, which means the other objects are going to be aligned to that object instead of all of them aligning to each other. I don't know. And let's find that's the center now. I think this can be a little bit smaller now. It's a little bit close to the edge. So let's see what that looks like. So that's what it would look like. This needs to be a little smaller now. Let's scale it from here. It should be, yeah, that's almost exactly the size. Nice. So that's what that would look like right now. I guess we can make this slightly smaller. It's a little bit close to the edge right now. Maybe like that. That's probably fine. But maybe this should say enter name. Enter name. Oops, it's right align. No, I have to align again. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Okay, there you go. Oh, now it's longer than the line. Okay, I guess I'll just take down the... Boop. There we go. Oh, and I left the chat on screen. Exactly the thing I said I wouldn't do. Anyway. Oh, the manufacturer display scale is 240 by 320. Yeah, that's fine. I am working on a higher resolution just so I can animate this easier. So that's fine. So just to double check that the aspect ratio is correct, let's bring this down to 240. That would mean the height should be 320. Yeah, not exactly. Okay, so we'll need to adjust that. Let's do that now, because if that's the supposed correct measurements, let's do that now. 320. Thank you for that. That is very helpful, having the exact pixel sizes. And let's scale it back up to the next. I think this is the closest. Let's go a little bit higher. Yeah, let's go to this size. All right. Enter name. Yes, good. Now we have a folder. I want the folder width to be the same as this one, and I can just do that with the eyedropper tool, and it makes that one the same width. And let's put that in the center here. And a folder traditionally has like one off corner. Let's add that. So let's put a point here and a point here, and then I can round those points by highlighting hitting A on my keyboard and pulling these little things. But that looks kind of weird, so we're definitely missing something for this folder. Let's get some inspiration. Let's search on Undraw to see... No. So usually you can just search without... Ah, yeah, there we go. Folder. Let's see what their folders look like. Ah, okay. It's got like a little dip here. It's not just... Ah, okay. Let's add that dip actually. So let's undo that. And we've got a dip about here, like 1/3 in. And then we essentially move these ones down. I'm going to remove the ones that I had before. So I'm just going to move these down. No, we need another one about here. And then I can move it down like something like that. Maybe this needs to be a little deeper. It looks a little bit odd being so shallow. And now I can round these off. So they have an approximately a similar sort of rounded edge here. Looks a little bit odd, right? maybe this one needs to go a little bit further out. Let's see. Yeah. I think this is just a little higher on there. Maybe this can just go out a little bit. Cool. Let's round this off. That looks about right. Yeah, sure. Now, I would say the images pop up, then this pops up and the images sort of get sucked into this folder. It disappears, and then what else do we need? Then we need some text. Collecting target image. Right, we also need like the descriptions of what's happening. So when it's popping up, we have a text collecting, and maybe this is at the top here instead of... now I've duplicated that text. Didn't mean to do that. So instead, what is happening? Okay. Right, there we go. Let's bring this image back. I don't want it to be too high up. Maybe it should be at the bottom. These like initializing messages are usually at the bottom of the screen, right? or we do this at the top of the screen and then like a progress bar at the bottom of the screen. Maybe this maybe this progress bar is going to be at the bottom of the screen, something like this. And I can either do it in such a way that just this is sort of growing so that we know this is the end point. I think that's what I would like to do. Whoops. And so this would say collecting images of target, and I'm gonna make that smaller. Not too small. Cannot be too small. And I think I actually want this to be not area, not, what's the other one? I want to convert it to area type, not point type, because then I can set where the text is going to break on this screen. Come on. There we go. I can, so with this, I'm now not making the text smaller, but I'm indicating how much space I want this text to fill up. So, and I think I want this to be center aligned, and we're gonna make this slightly smaller and obviously give it space for the second line. So then the images would pop up in the center here. I don't know if that needs a frame or something. Maybe, actually. Maybe let's give this a frame so it's not just sort of sitting in the middle of nowhere. And you know what? I'm going to use this branding again. I'm gonna give this like a frame, and then it's gonna be like a mask, you know? Let's make this distance the same. What is this distance? Let's just make it do this by eye, sort of like is that the distance? This distance here, I think it's less. Wow. This is jumping around. Why is this jumping around? About that, right? So now that's not the progress bar. Image frame. Is this now, and that can come down a little bit, so we can have it right between the progress bar and the collecting images. But I think this can be a little bit higher, right? Let's add this, let's move this a bit higher. Which means this can also go a bit higher. We are missing a little dot. Why is that? So I think that's about in the center here. Oops. Yeah, something like that. Maybe that can go a little higher too. All right, then bloop, bloop, then that would animate away. Maybe I'll prepare a mask of this already. That way I can just mask it out. Image frame mask. I'll just use this and I'll just close it. And flip the color. So this is the mask that the images are going to be in, and this is the frame that's going to live on top of that. Let's save this before something crashes and we haven't saved. Now we've got this. Then we need a new text for the second bit. Analyzing facial nodes. Analyzing. I'm just going to use exactly the wording you wrote, Albert. If you want this to be anything different, you can let me know and I can change that. But for now, I'm just going to use exactly the same wording. analyzing facial nodes, maybe we can have like lines going around between the eyes, between the nose, between the mouth, sort of creating like a scan type thing. Yeah, let's bring in an image of Jenny actually. It was Control-Shift-P, right? Yes. Woo. So I love the excitement in the chat. Thanks, Albert. Okay, so I think I saved them here. Let's get one where she's looking sort of, damn it. You sent me a few HEIC images. Those are Photoshop images. I'm not sure how I may be able to open them. Let me see if I can convert them to regular images. I've had this issue before. It can sort of read them, but as soon as I try to open them, it's like, meh. Oh, this one worked. Okay. The other ones? No, the other ones don't work, and I don't have anything to convert them, I don't think. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I can just drag it into... Maybe Adobe can just magically read it. Nope. Adobe cannot read it. Okay, so, Albert, if you can convert these to JPEGs or any other type of Windows legible format, that would be very helpful. In the meantime, let's use this guy over here. Whee! Okay, obviously at this size her face is a little bit blurry, but for you it shouldn't be blurry because you're going to be scaling it down, so it should be fine. So this one's pretty straight ahead, and let's create like a mask of, or like how should I say, like a facial reconstruction, you know, like a line face, I don't know. Anyway, face mask. Let's call it a face mask. And I'm going to be using, if I highlight this line, the next line I'm going to make is going to take the properties of this line. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to press P to create new shapes. And I'm going to just sort of lightly trace her face. And then I'm just going to, you know, revert the, not revert, what was it? Reflect it. And then we might have sort of face here. Then maybe the eyes. Come on. That's a little bit intense. Let's use this and this. I don't know if that's gonna look good, but let's just see. Then we've got the lips, something like that. I don't know if these nodes, quote unquote, should be connected or not. Maybe it shouldn't be separated shapes. Maybe they should be connected somehow. So it's more of a grid. You know what I mean? Huh. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe this is probably fine. But what this thing is measuring is the depth of things, right? So we want this to measure the depth from the eyebrow to the top of the eye, the length of the nose, the width of the nose, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna make it more of a this type of thing and not retracing her face. And also I want, oh, I was drawing this in the wrong layer. Yep. I don't like the way this looks, but okay. Let's bring this down just a bit. Let's bring this down just a bit. And then maybe from here... Also, I should maybe go in like 45-degree angles, right? No. It's too weird. Maybe something like this. And then... Thanks, Albert, for converting the images. I don't know if this looks weird or good. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see what we're gonna get with this. Actually, maybe I'll start here and I'll go like out, sort of trace her face shape. Yeah, and then maybe we'll go like back here, and then maybe we will do this lips thing. No, the lips should probably start where the lips actually relatively start. So let's do something like this. Yeah, sort of. Is this working? Okay, and maybe like some crossing lines. Like it would need to calculate her cheekbones, for example. Let's add that. Is this a workable mask? I don't know. Let's move this to the center. And then I'm just gonna add one line here as well. Boop. Boop. No, don't join. Don't join things. Okay, so maybe something along these lines. Let's see. And let's reflect this mask. Transform, reflect. But I want this duplicated. So actually, I'm going to use the O shortcut. I'm just going to drag this and reflect it. And then depending on the face, these like lines are going to jump around. And I don't know. Does this look weird? Does this look good? I don't know. Okay. So, something isn't quite working for me here. Maybe we do need some sort of eye shape here. Maybe we do need an eye shape. Let's go with this. This is obviously not at all where her eyes are, but... let's see. Just move this up a bit. Okay, that's approximately where her eyes are. That looks a little bit better, right? So let's reflect this mask again. And we want everything on this side, so I'm going to group that. And let's remove everything on that side. And let's reflect that again. I know, that looks kind of super creepy. But I don't know, should I like get the face shape in as well? Let's get the face shape in as well. Come on, let's do it. So approximately here, and let's just go in the center. And maybe her cheekbones aren't quite so extreme. I think these should actually connect. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments here. What are these things? Oh, okay. They are also supposed to be part of this face. Alright, and this is also part of that. And now I need to find this. This is the top. Damn it. I want this one. I want this one! Maybe I'll just cut this open and I will combine. We'll move this up a little and I will combine these two. And I can move this back down. Just hide this. Like that. Okay. Now we need to do this again. Okay, you have to tell me. Does this look weird? Does this look weird? Or is this sort of a thing that could work for this facial calculation thing? I mean, it does look weird, but can it work? Is the question. Actually, I think I just want one line going through the center. I don't want these like multiple lines. Which means I'm going to cut this line and remove this one. Yeah, so maybe it'll work when it moves, hopefully. So let's see. If it looks crap, I'll just take it out and then we won't use it. Let's reflect this again. Oops, no, not just that one. The whole group. We want the whole group. Okay, so we've got it. This is our face mask. And let's align it. Now it's in the center. Maybe I'll try and get rid of this gap here. Maybe, yeah. Let's try a rounded one. Okay. Okay, nice. Save. Then what else do we need? Analyzing facial nodes, generating mesh. Maybe generating. I don't know about this generating mesh. Maybe. I'm not sure how I could visualize that. Maybe I'll leave that part out. Or it's just text on screen. I don't know. I don't know. Starting print. Generating mess. Yeah, there isn't a lot of time. So I'll just have this part and then it'll go away and just says start printing. So then we have, it'll just be this one again. Yeah, so start print is more important. Good. Let's put this in the center. Start print. Oops. And the progress bar will be visible throughout. I think that's the best way to do it. Come on. Why are you not aligning this to the artboard? There we go. Maybe we've got the line back. I'll think about it. Maybe we can bring the line back at this point, so it looks like this. But no, will we have the progress bar for each stage or for the entire thing? That's the question. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, now we can go into After Effects. I've got my file here. I just need to import the scenes, and I've set it up as a template. So Control-I to bring me to a different folder, but let's try and find the folder we're actually working in, which is here. And we've got scenes. Nope, it's templates. It's this one, and I want to import as composition, retain layer sizes. And I think I separated everything correctly. Yes, but I don't want this layer. We're gonna delete that one out. I think I've got everything else. I'm gonna turn everything on. Some of it I might import with Overlord. Let's see. Some of the lines might be easier, but I can also just what can I just? I don't know. Create what is it called? Create vector, create shapes from vector layer. I can also do that. Okay, so we've got the graphics. I'm gonna duplicate this layer. I never animate in the layer that I've imported, so I have the original untouched version. I'm gonna mark this composition with dark green. That's my standard templates composition color. Then I'm gonna move these in my prepared folder structure, my assets folder. I'm gonna go into my scene. And first, I didn't set up the size of this composition, so I'm gonna have to do that. Control-K to bring up the composition settings. And we are at 1620 by 2160. That's gonna be it. 1620 by 2160. I assume we're working at 25 frames per second. Correct me if I'm wrong, Albert. This is our screen. This is our scene. And I'm gonna call this something else. Loading screen. Now I'm going to... Well, actually, we don't need this scene. This is a template composition, but it's actually our main and only composition. So I'm just gonna import that into... Let's go a few levels up. Usually I have a few levels of compositions, but because this doesn't have any voiceover, it doesn't have any music, I'm just gonna import it into my main comp, and I'm gonna leave out any other sub-comps that I usually have. So let's remove that. Let's simplify this a little bit and bring this in here. We are starting in at 1 hour, which I still need to set up here. We're starting at 59 minutes, and the leeway is 1 hour, 1 minute, sorry, which gets us to 1 hour. Why I do that, if you're curious, do ask me. But I've explained it a few times, so you might have heard it already, so I won't reiterate. Let's make this 10 seconds long. I don't think that's how long it will be, but we're gonna add a start marker. We're gonna trim our comps to this point. Let's zoom in to this, we have an enormous amount of space here. I don't think I will need my modes, so I'm going to turn that off just to have a little bit more real estate here. And now we also need a background. Either I bring it in from the original comp or I just create one as a shape layer in After Effects. You can do that either way. Obviously this doesn't have a stroke and the color should be white. So that's our background now. Let's save that project. And so all of these lines, we've got this line, we've got the progress line, we've got the image frame, and I think that's everything, the face mask. All of these will have to become shapes from vector layer. I can do it this way. I can use Anubis, sorry, it's not Anubis, it's Overlord to bring it in from Illustrator. You know, Overlord is a paid plugin. It's really useful for text, for example, but for shapes, you can convert them in After Effects. It's not such a big deal. And either sometimes I delete these, sometimes I just mark them as guide layers and leave them in the composition. I think this time just to have a few fewer layers, I'll just delete it. I usually mark my layers with colors, like my background is brown, masks are brown, this is a mask, so let's make that brown as well. Print, what is this? That's the text. I might have to bring in the text separately, but let's just see. So first off is the name. Let's solo that and let's throw a trim paths on this. Let's animate them individually, and we want this one first and the second little bit second. And let's go down to 0, keyframe, 20 frames forward, 100. Let's make this 75% velocity for now. We can see if that's too fast or too intense later. So this is how it animates. I think that looks pretty good. Let's bring the name in with Overlord because I would like to try something. If I bring the name in with Overlord, it creates a text layer rather than a shape layer if I used create vector from shape layers. So that's really useful for text animation. And let's see, let's animate the... I'm not sure how I would animate this. I guess it's scale, but really what I want to animate is the actual characters. I don't think I've done that before, so I'm not sure. So basically I want like a random to be on, and then yeah, I want the offset. We want ramp up usually. Let's do like a 30 ease high and 80 ease low. That usually ends up being like the 75% velocity, which is my standard ease. But the question is, so let's put the scale up to like, yeah, okay, so that's what I want. I want them to be going like randomly up and down, like increasing and decreasing. And I have the other name layer on, so let's just keep this. We're gonna keep this as a guide layer. I usually turn on the color, which makes it gray, so it makes it really obvious that this is not a layer we're animating with. And if you mark it as a guide layer, it has that turquoise hash, which means it won't render even if you leave the eye on. So we've got this, and let's put this down to, no, I want this, I want them to pop up from 0, but I want them to like become larger in a like a random way and then sort of settle. Like I want them to bounce, you know, past 100. I don't know. Let's see. So right now it's doing this, which is fine, but I also want to randomize the characters. Like, I want them to be a random amount of... okay, this is like a funny offset. No. You know, like those digits when they are like binary and then it settles on a set of digits. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not sure if I can do that. But I also want them to shoot past 100%. I don't know how I could achieve that with this. Maybe at this point, would I have to go large? Maybe I can, yeah, maybe I can start with 0. Then they become, yeah, I mean, something like this. But it's like they are becoming, like this part, it's all at the same time. So it's not exactly what I want. What if I make a hold frame? But that only then happens one time when it's high. Maybe I need, okay. Maybe I just switch between them, you know? And then it's that one again. And maybe like that. But maybe at this point it's like 100. No, like 50. And then that's this one again. And then no, then it needs to be I don't know. Something like that. Oh, it's terrible. I don't know if I can achieve the effect that I would like to achieve. Maybe I'll play around with this later once I've animated all of the main stuff. Yeah, it's not really... Yeah, it like jumps from 0 to nothing. Yeah, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. But this is okay, but I need it to be a little bit faster, so. I want them to bounce past 100. It's annoying. What if I go... No. Okay, anyway, let's keep it like this. So maybe it just needs to be more abrupt. Maybe I don't want the super cool ease. and I want it faster. So it actually finishes here. Oops, now we can't see anything. Alright, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. And maybe see you next time. Bye. We are going to obviously continue since we're not finished yet. I want it more abrupt. Too smooth. It's too smooth. I'm never sure what these numbers actually mean. Yeah, that's more it. Enter name. Then we obviously need like a moment to actually enter the name. So let's do like 2 seconds. And this bit will be duplicated. And we're not going to use the offset. Or offset 100, I guess. But we're going to instead do I forgot about this. We actually need the name, and this should not be random. 0, 0, and just regular, and this is going to be Jenny Chang, I think is her name, right? Whoops. Why do I not see the name? Why do I not see the name? Okay. And I don't want this to be bold. I want this to be Helvetica regular. Do I have that? I don't have a regular Helvetica. That sucks. Helvetica normal. Yes, that's it. Let's make this smaller. A bit higher. Oops. Let's go a bit higher. Why is this not animating? Oh, right, we're not animating the scale. What do I need to do? Okay, I don't know how this typewriter effect is actually done, so I'm just gonna use the typewriter effect instead of trying to make it myself. Oh. Right, so there we go. Oh, it is opacity. Okay. It is opacity. And then maybe we do like and then we finish like that. Does that take too long? Let's see. Oh, that takes too long. Here, I would like to have like a little pause. And then maybe here, another pause. And then so it's not like just typing directly on. Oh. Okay. I want this to wait a little bit. No. Sorry, I hope you don't hear my hungry belly complaining that I haven't eaten. Okay. I want there to be just a little bit of, like, slowness in typing. That's maybe a little long. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And we can make this slightly bigger. I think it's okay if it takes up the same amount of space as the enter name. Oh. Yeah, perfect. Or it should only take up the space of this, like, this line. I don't know. Looks better, right? I don't know. Let's go with that. Okay. Now we need this to go away again. So we have the offset back down to 0. I guess we can have this line disappear the other way. So we can have the start path go to 0. That way it animates away that way. And let's have 75. Maybe we have this name disappear the same way as this appears. So maybe I'll just give this. Let's see if that works. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, but this is not random, I guess. Random on. Oh, why can we not see that? I think it doesn't have a scale, maybe? Is that the issue? Add property, scale, 0. Oh, shit. And we want, what if I do square? Maybe square is what I want. What about triangle? Never used these other ones. I guess that's the thing that works. Ah, okay, I see. It doesn't go all the way away. And we do need it to disappear completely. I think that's the issue, right? Yeah. Ramp down. Okay, let's see. Start this 5 frames after the name disappears. Maybe not. Need to base it on the length of the line. The animation of the line, so But it's too smooth. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's too smooth. What is the ease 80? Ease high, low. Let's make that 80. Maybe let's make it 100. Does that mean it's 100 ease? I mean, I obviously don't want 100 ease. I want the opposite of ease, but let's see. Actually, yes, I do want that. That looks... I want it to be a little bit more abrupt. Good. We've got that part. Now we've got the next part. What's the next part again? We have images come on. So this will happen right after this. Maybe just a little bit before. Nah. Let's time it later. Okay, we've got the progress bar. And we've got the image lines. So this is going to animate on. The progress bar is going to be animating on. So we've got trim path on this. And this is first individually. So we start here. We're gonna 1, 2. Okay. 75. Actually, maybe we do start with the small one first. Oops, nope, we start here. Oh, that's super fast. Oh no, that's okay actually. All right, now we need the text. We are collecting images, yes. So we need to bring the text in from our original file, and we're gonna do the same for the other pieces of text. So I'm gonna push them through with Overlord, bringing them in. They are here, excellent. And now, did I keep these in the end? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'll keep them as guide layers. Mark them none. Move them to the bottom. And now we've got collecting. I'm going to whack the same animator on this here. Actually, yeah. No, the same animator. But we're going to go with 100 ease. Which makes it a little bit more abrupt, which is what we want. So, oh, we've got analyze collecting images. But why can we see this? We should not be able to see this. Ah, because this is still on. We don't want these. That. Let's move it all the way to the bottom. All right, now collecting images, and we can have this progress bar starting. So first I'm going to add a separate trim path for this, for just the end bit. And I'm just going to turn that on. Then I'm going to have a separate trim path for the long path. And this is obviously not going to be like it's going to be, maybe we'll do it a little bit jagged, right? But for now, this is fine. So we've got this. Collecting images is not going to start until here. This is going to start when this is finished. Okay, so collecting images, all of the images are gonna pop up, so let's bring those in. We need to get them first. Okay, let me get those images. I need to open a different folder for that. Give me a moment while I do that. Need to find the folder. Somewhere I saved it. All right. Albert has sadly left us. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me find where he saved those images, and hopefully they are all here. It looks like converted. I can see them. I can see them. Yes, thank you. All right. Let's add this. Okay, so apparently that already downloaded. We just need to find it. Okay, I think those images are currently still syncing. Yeah. Okay, got it. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nice. We've got those images. Now we have to import them. Yay! Okay, so let's go to stills. Let's import all of those images in here. Something didn't go well. They might have, the names might be too long, but it's fine. Oh, so it did in the end, it did import this one, but as a blank image. Okay, whatever. Okay. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put these images in a separate pre-comp. The size of this mask. What is the size of this mask? This mask is, ooh, not a good size. Let's make this mask, what, 1255 by 1247. 1255 by 1247. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add, where should I save it? Here in comps, I guess. Photos. 1255, 1247, right? Okay, so they are in here. That way they are kind of already cropped, and I guess I didn't need the mask, because now I'm going to just throw them in here, and they're going to be masked already. Okay, so now we'll need to arrange them so they're actually sort of in the... And I'm gonna make them all like 10 frames is probably too much. Let's do 5 frames each. This one can be scaled down. This is probably going to take the most amount of time. Just aligning these images. +5. Wait, is this the same one as this one? Almost. Let's scale this in. It's 5. 5 might be too much, actually, but anyway. Let's rotate this so it's straight on. Okay. Then +5. Oops. Nope. Ooh, she's cropped. I think I'm gonna not use this one. One with a mask. Oh, whoops. Want to scale from the top. Okay. Then next. Oh, so many. So many. Approximately like that. Let's rotate it. Yeah. No, I'm not going to use that one. Yeah, the cropped ones are a little bit shit because I can't put them in the center of the screen. So I'm just not going to use those. That's a funny one. No, cannot rotate this one. Okay, fine. +5. Five. Five. We might have to make these shorter, like the duration, but let's just see. but I have done a few of these rapid change ones, and 5 seconds is usually a good amount of time. 5 frames, sorry, not seconds. Okay, almost there. Ooh, this one's tiny. I mean, it's gonna be on a tiny screen anyway, so guess it doesn't matter. You're not gonna see the pixelation, I don't think. I think it adds to the realism to have a bit of pixelation. This is now 3 seconds long. I think we're gonna have to make this much shorter. But let's see. Okay, let's save. Let's jump back in here and let's import those photos. We've got this. We've got this. So first this animates on. And then actually we've got the mask right here. Yeah. There. Okay, I think the pictures need to be overall slightly smaller. Let's do that with, oops, a controller. So they fit our mask. And I don't have to rescale every single one. Some of them are probably going to be cut off at the top, so I might have to adjust that, like, yep, this one. This one. This one has to stay at the top. This one has to move or be larger. This one needs to be larger. This one needs to be higher. Okay, so right now it moves until here. So actually maybe this is going to be longer than 10 seconds, but we're gonna adjust the timings. So let's see. I mean, the speed is kind of... Yeah, I think the speed is good. And I guess the mask outlines will also have to be animated. So I'm just gonna whack a trim path on this and just let everything animate at the same time. I forget that I can use my motion now. At work I can't use a motion. So I have to do everything with the velocity, what is it called? The Keyframe Assistant. No, the Keyframe Interpolation menu. Okay, so this starts at this point. So we've got... This can start, this can overlap a little bit. It doesn't have to, like, start exactly when this ends. It can start a little bit sooner. This can start at the same time. This can start at this time. This can start at this time. This comes later. And what is this again? Ah, yes. Why doesn't that just start? I think this needs to be faster. Cannot be so smooth either. Oh, whoops. I did something else. The face outlines here. This needs to be much faster and less smooth and eased in. And at this point, this can start. And now we're gonna have to adjust all of the paths. I'm just gonna add a keyframe to all the paths. All the paths. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to try and adjust all of the paths to her face. Which one did I use where this matched? Was it this one? It matches the closest, I think. So let's have this one here. Then here is going to be different. The center ones all need to move at the same time. Actually, not this. Whoops. Doesn't work. Ah! Oh god. Okay. Let's change these. Nah. Yeah, I should have added. I guess I should have added. An additional point here. So then, and maybe also here and here. And then I can maybe move that at the same time. Oh no, that was the wrong points. Let's find that straight line. That's that one. Excellent. Found it. First try. Okay. Let's add a point here, one here, one here, one here. Okay. Let's bring these back. And also I need a hold frame on every frame. So whichever one I didn't move, it still needs a frame. So now let's move this over here. Oh shit, what is that? So it's still... Oh, yeah, I have two of them. That's right. I have two of them. I forgot about that. Can I just delete it? Nope, that deletes everything. Okay. Ah! God, this is tough, this mask thing. Is this the one without? No, this is the one with. Now I need to find the one without. Is this the one? Yeah. Oh dear, that looks very strange. Okay, here we go. Continuing to adjust. Whoops, undo. Yeah, this sort of works, I guess. There's gonna be a lot of adjusting. Ah. Sure. Oh dear God. And now we have to do this for all of them. Ah. I might just do this later because this one's a lot of work and a lot of fiddling around. So anyway, this is gonna happen for a while. So we're gonna do this, collecting images until we're done collecting images. Then these things actually need to be longer. So let's cut off what we don't need. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. So those are done. We actually don't need this mask because I decided to pre-compose those images. So that's fine. Now we got this. Collecting images. Then we're done doing that. So this can go away. We're gonna do the start animation, start frame, and we're just gonna do this faster, much faster. And oh, I don't need to do this. Okay. That's gone. And at the same time, like soon. Maybe like at this time, I'm gonna put this animator here as well. I don't know if I did that already or not. Nope. So at the same time, we don't need to wait for this to finish. I can kind of analyzing facial nodes. Yeah, I said I wouldn't do that, right? The analyzing facial nodes. No, collecting images of target is supposed to be first they pop up, they go in the folder, then we do analyzing facial nodes, right? That was it. I wonder if we just skip the step of like collecting images. Or this just happens at the same time, like collecting images. Then it goes away. Analyzing facial nodes, you know. Because this is supposed to be a very short scene, you know. And then everything goes away. This goes away at this time. This goes away at this time. Actually, yeah, sorry. This stays. So this disappears once the analyzing is complete. Okay. What are we missing? This one, right? No, the progress bar is happening until here. When is this finished? At this point. We're missing... What are we missing? When is this animating away at this point? And at this point, this can already go. Okay, got the timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, we're gonna do the start print. And we're gonna use the same animator. And I think at this point I want the same line as for the enter name. And I think oops. Actually, no. This will not go away yet. But we're gonna have another one. Print complete. Ooh. Let's just do this, and I'll just move it up. I wonder... No, it's fine. Let's take a screenshot and make sure that this is at the same height. So what I want to see is this. Oops. No, I retook that picture. Yeah, much lower. Still lower. Yeah. So out here, start print. And as soon as this arrives, this is the end of the progress bar. And then this goes away. This goes away. And this goes away. I think I'm just gonna do an overall trim pass for the both of them. That way I can handle both at the same time, individually, with this one first. And then, yeah. And then this would end sort of like this. Let's see. The 10 frames doesn't look so good. That's like 15 frames on this in animation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe this part, and maybe it's like a two-sided thing. First, it does the collecting the images like really, really fast, and we can do a time remapping on that. So it plays back much, much faster. So I can do it in this time that this is happening. And then here, the nodes thing starts, which would be this here. So now we start with the nodes. Analyzing facial nodes. And we can just hold on this frame. So I can do time remapping again. Then I'll have one at the beginning, at the end, and at 5 seconds, 5 frames in. So that way I can hold on this one. And I think just to keep it, no, I don't need to go 5 frames in. What I can do is just move this copy paste this keyframe and start it earlier. That way I'm not disrupting the length of that. And then it's gonna go blip, 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 until we're done. Then this is going to animate away. The image lines also going to animate at this time. Then we're not gonna do the print and folder thing. Okay. Then we've got these guys. And then the complete is here. This starts to animate away. Oh, I moved a little bit. And the out animation should be print complete. Okay, and then we're at this point. Let's see what that looks like. Whoa, that's super fast. What is happening with this? Did I change the ease after all? I changed the ease, right? Changed the... It's like... So this is now at 80. This is 100 ease. Why is this so different? Okay, these are supposed to be longer. Okay, this part I like. Then it goes away. Then this is like super fast. I think the jumping should happen once this is finished animating. Like, this shouldn't happen yet. Like, first this happens, then collecting images happens, then these things happen, which means this needs to move. This needs to move. This needs to move. Everything needs to shift. This needs to move. This needs to move. Yay. Okay, let's try again. There is too much of a delay before this goes away. This is too long. Let's have this like that. And that also means this needs to be slightly sooner. Which means everything else needs to shift again. But this time I can just shift everything at once. Okay, now we are here. I think this is probably the timing. Oh, white. Wait, here it goes to white. It needs to immediately go back to the first image. So I'll just elongate this so I don't have to readjust everything again. Yeah. Now then there is start printing. Start printing. Print complete. So this actually needs to keep going. It needs to disappear at this time. Maybe a little earlier. Okay. Wait, when it says print complete, when the text is on, that's when it needs to finish the progress bar. Oh, it is happening at that time. Maybe this is really fast, the end. This is really fast. I think I would like this to be slightly longer on screen. Yeah, okay. I think the timing is good now. Now all we need to do is the facial nodes. So let's do that. Whew. Okay, first. Yeah. So we're working backwards right now. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just... Yeah. +5. I'm just... Oh. Wait, what? Which image was this supposed to be? I think it was this one, right? Yeah. It's pretty accurate. And let's make all of these toggle hold frames so they don't animate in between each other, but they're just kind of stuck in their position until they change, basically. So we've got this one. We need to... So this needs to actually be here. Then it's this one. And this one is here. Oh, that's quite a change. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can move all of these at the same time, kind of. No, like this. So, that looks so intense. Ah. Oh, nope. Not moving the whole facial structure. Nope. Oh, God. I think this is supposed to be... Yeah. That's about right. This is here. This is... I'm just gonna leave it in the black frame like that. Eyes, that kind of works. That, oops, that didn't work. Whoops. No, I want this one. Oh no. uh. Oh dear. Okay. Can also move this one here. Maybe I'll move this one down here. Okay. Excellent. Now, next one. Okay. Now Let's go in, change this. That's almost in the right spot. Okay, I think I set this up pretty well because it's moving how I expect it to move, so yay! Well done, me! Okay. Mm-hmm. Now we want this. Maybe this does need to be down here. The eyes. I think I want this to stay connected, so need to be something like this. Yay! That sort of works. But these actually need to be at the beginning of that image, not at the end of it. Whoops. So I need to highlight them and move them to the beginning. Now we get to the next image, which is this one. Starts here. I think this is more straight on, so I'm gonna copy these originals. Yeah, that's probably, it's very close to how it should be. Oops. Let's go with that. I mean, close enough, right? And this would have to be here. I think I'm also... No, this one's fine. I'll just use as is. There. One. Okay. Oh no, I think I pulled something down I wasn't supposed to pull down. This one. Huh. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna leave it there. Fine. Ah! God damn it. Sorry if you can hear my belly growling. I haven't had lunch, which I completely forgot about. Ah. Let's take the straight on one. Because this one matches the best. Let's keep the rest as is. Maybe move this down to here. Don't really see where the eyebrows are, so maybe I think it's here. Let's move it down like this. The nose is in a slightly different position. Okay. Okay. This needs to move. Next. These two will be fairly similar, which is good news. Oh dear. This is quite a bit of work. What did I do to myself? Why did I choose to do it like this? Ah. Ah. No. Also, that's too high. Oh, there is a separate node here. Okay, didn't realize that. No. No! Oh, this is broken. This is almost the same. Just adjust a few of these. She's not smiling, for example. So these will go down. About there. And everything else is pretty much the same. Maybe this is a little far out. Okay. Which also means this is far out and this is far out. Let's save before something happens. Mm-hmm. Ah. This can be adjusted a little, but we don't have an original here, so I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna move this here. That way we can keep the original. A little bit of hunger. Ah, help. All right, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to go eat something. I'm absolutely starving. I hope this is gonna be worth it. You know what? Let's have a look at it in case it's absolutely horrendous and then I don't have to keep going. So, let's see what this looks like. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, sorry. My After Effects is slightly too big, too small. No, too big. Okay. Let's go back to viewing this. What happened? Why can I not see this? Oh no, After Effects is doing that thing again where it stops showing after I go full screen in here. Ah, so annoying. Okay, what shall I do? I will close this, reopen the composition view, I guess. Nope, didn't help. Great. Let's purge the cache. Didn't help. Great. Every time I try to do that, I have to then close the project. It's so annoying. Okay. Close project. Reopen project. Hello? Why? I have to close After Effects completely. Great. Thanks, After Effects. Let's reopen it, I guess. And let's close Illustrator. I don't think we need it. I don't think I've changed anything. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. And I won't full screen preview this, but I'll just make it a little larger, hopefully. That way it won't break. Nice. Okay. So let's finish this. There's a few times where I saw that these cheek ones were not in the correct position, like this one. So let's fix that directly. Okay, cool. Oh, her eye is not in the right spot. Ah, yeah, that's right, because her eye, she's winking, so I guess this would have to be closed. Alright. Then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. I mean, I wonder what it would look like if I had them animate from facial expression to facial expression. We can try that. Why not? eyebrows are pretty high on this one, but eyes are relatively low. Pretty neutral face, I think. That's pretty much it. Yeah, the cheeks, whoops, the cheeks need to be adjusted a little. There we go. Next, maybe the eyes need to be slightly higher, actually. Yeah, that's it. That's better. Nice. I'll just leave it. This is pretty good. Already pretty much in the right spot. Mm-hmm. Whoops. Did I move this one? Oh no. Okay. Oh, almost there, folks. Almost there. Actually, I'll move the mouth first. Okay. Next. Haha, almost done, almost done, almost done. Oh god. Yeah. Still quite a few to go. Let's copy the standard in here. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm hungry. And now that I'm no longer talking, it's very quiet here. All I can hear is my stomach growling. Okay. This is the only one that wasn't activated. Next image. I think I'll probably leave that at the top there. Pretty much fits. Okay. This might, oops, no. The last image. Okay. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? It's a much smaller face. Okay. Gonna have to go in a little bit. And down. There we go. Found the eyes. Cheeks are probably somewhere around here. jawline. Oops. Something like this. Okay, that's probably it. And then it needs to actually disappear first of all. Which currently it doesn't. And also this doesn't have... No, this, I wanted this to be... Back to the trim path. And gone. Okay, that's it. Let's have a look. And actually, I'm gonna try and easy ease these. Let's see how good that looks when it interpolates between them, between the keyframes. Okay, maybe it would have to be more like... It would probably have to move slightly. The keyframes would have to... One, two, three. And then this would have to have that. So it's like here, then it moves again. I don't know if that looks good. Let's only look at that. It's probably also because I didn't do a great job at aligning the images. I'm not sure I like that. Let's just do the jumping. It's a little bit less. Okay, that transition needs to be slightly later then. Right, this was 10. Let's watch that again. Yeah, it needs to be just a few frames later. Okay, again. Actually, yeah, I think we need a hold. I don't like how it's animating away. I don't like how it's like animating away and there's like nothing there. I guess it doesn't have to animate away, but I don't know. Feels weird not to have a transition. Okay, that's it. We did it. That's the whole animation. We can watch it one more time in full screen, because after that I'm gonna have to close After Effects anyway. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I skipped a step, we didn't use the folder, but I think it works better this way. It needs to be kind of fast. I don't know if we need to like stay on the print screen at the end, but you know, the boys can let me know what they want to do. But yeah, that's it. That's the animation for today. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. That was quite intense. I need to run and eat something. Today's stream was a little bit longer than usual, but obviously I wanted to complete that animation so you can see it from start to end. And yeah, watch out for next week to see this being implemented in the trailer. Hi, sorry you came late. Well, you know, you can always watch the replay if you haven't seen the whole process and would like to see it. I hope everybody else who did join for the whole session or part of the session had fun. If you missed it, like I said, you can watch it on my YouTube channel as a replay. You will not have missed out, apart from the fun chat of not talking while I'm super focused. I hope you join me next Friday, when we're streaming again. Actually, no, sorry, we're not streaming next Friday. So perhaps in 2 weeks' time, unless I stream spontaneously some other day next week. But if you don't hear from me, we will see each other in 2 weeks' time on Friday, and we'll continue probably Animation Collab, unless some other fun project gets in the way, and I will animate that. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe to keep stay up to date when I'm live and when I'm posting new videos. If you enjoyed this video, of course, as always, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. That's actually the best way for me to reach new audiences and people who enjoy work process live streams. So link this video, send it over to your friends, and let's have fun. If you'd like to support me monetarily, I do also have a Patreon and a Ko-fi. You can find all of those links in the description or go to patreon.com/SonjaMGFX. And with that, I wish you a good day wherever you might be. Bye!